Yeah. This is Mac 11, bringing more aliveness. All right. The importance of taking stock of these stats in our lives. Life stats. What are the important ones? Physical health, mental health, not necessarily emotional health, because if you got your mindset going, the emotions are pretty interconnected, so you can kind of tie those into one thing. Now, you also have the gusto stats, your daily energy, your daily willingness to do the things that you need to do and the things that you want to do. Like if you have a job that's taking a bunch of your energy, especially if you don't like your job, right? If you come home totally beat from your job, you don't really want to do anything else in terms of productivity. You just want to do relaxing stuff and consuming stuff, entertaining, yada, yada, yada. So you get that done. And then, well, you don't get anything done after work because you're so tired. So that's something to look into. Basically, if you don't like your job, or if you feel like the job is taking energy from you, that's something to look at. Because in my situation, and in few other people's situations, they actually enjoy their job, or they enjoy their business, and then after that's done, they can choose to relax because, hey, you know, they made their money, they made their quotas, and then they could just do what they want. Or they could say, all right, cool, and I've still got energy, and it's time to pivot into something else. Boom, 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 more productivity. But overall, these stats amount to your overall aliveness, right? Your will to live on a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 100. What is your level of aliveness? What is your level of aliveness? Now, this just brings the general importance of taking stock of your life. What are the areas? Well, first of all, let's harp a little more. Let's just have a little more attention on the stats. If this is something that you are doing for the first time, and I mean literally put down on paper, I wouldn't suggest computer, I would suggest paper. Makes it more real for you. To put it down, to look at it, to edit over time. You're not gonna get it absolutely perfect the first time around. You can make your stats and then realize, oh, you know what? I forgot to add this as a stat. This is really important, or this is really concurrent. This is happening in my life. This is going on. I need to add this to the overall stats, to the stat list. Once you're doing that, once you're doing that and you're editing it over time and you're making it as accurate as possible, you need to be honest, because if you're not, you're just fooling yourself. You're just playing yourself. You're just fantasizing with yourself. Be real. If you have low stats in 1 or 2 or more of these vectors, of these categories, just be real with it. You can be emotionally neutral about it. You can see it, and you can be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I do eat a lot of crap. Yeah, I do waste a lot of time. But I want to do better. Right? There is always redemption in your life. You can always have a mini or a massive redemption arc. There's always a chance. Even if you're like the end of Dark City, you could be strapped up, about to be injected, and about to be merged with the ultimate evil, and then you could just have a last second redemption arc and be like, no, I have the power to be an individual. I can effect change. I can create massive, massive changes and create massive impact among my people, starting at myself. Let's go. Boom. Redemption arc. You can have it at any point in time. Boom. Making it happen. Boom. It's unfolding right now. Boom, 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 boom. So, you're making your stats. You're making, or you're auditing, you're viewing. It's physical. It's becoming more and more real. You're being honest with yourself. You're looking. You're having cognitive dissonance. You're like, oh, yeah, if I'm being honest with myself, yeah, this is low stat, this is low stat. That's fine. That's fine. Again, emotionally neutral. It's okay. It's okay. What really matters is you wanting to get better, and you actually doing the work, you actually intending, you actually making the immersion, making the integration, making it happen. So, the stat list, you're looking at it, you see where you're low stat, you're slowly improving, and a nice little asterisk to this event. You can be honest with yourself and say that, you know what, the money stat, not a priority for me right now. I want to work on my heart and soul stat, my fulfillment stat. Fair enough. That's kind of what I do, where I sacrificed a lot of money-making opportunities so I can work on my heart and soul. What would you call it? Because it's even beyond fulfillment. It is fulfillment, but I want to use a more intense word for it, because it's amazing. It's this feeling of, I could die right now and I'm complete, right? So we can call it heart's content, right? But heart's completeness, heart's completion. That's what we'll call it for now. Boom. So my heart's completion stat is pretty much all the way up. Now, like life, like humanity in general, it comes in waves. We fluctuate. We can be volatile. That's fine. Volatility, that's fine. We're human. We're not just dead mechanical machines. We have a heart and soul, whatever else you want to call it. We have an internal gusto. We have an existential drive, right? Call it whatever you want. It's real. It's what fuels us beyond the biological mechanisms. There's something about the internals, right? The meta. It's real. We need to acknowledge its existence. Acknowledge it. Thank it, and utilize it. And increase its stats. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, we're looking at our stats, we're slowly improving ourselves, and to finish the asterisk notion, if you are very intentional and very fine with having low stats in certain regards because you want to boost other stats in a shorter term basis, totally cool. As long as your overall aliveness stat is generally high, right? Don't be harping on your heart and soul, heart's completion stat, and just slowly be destroying your body. That's what a lot of spiritual people do. They're like, the body is just, it's just wallpaper, whatever. Let's boost these heart and soul stats. Yeah, let's do it. As they're malnourished, and if you're being malnourished, you're really messing with your mind. So it's a cascade effect. Everything's really related. Everything's really interconnected. So just be careful with the whole savant approach. I'm going to do a bunch of this at the risk of this. I've found a balance to it, a general balance to it, where, yeah, I'm making some money, and yeah, I'm getting a lot of hearts completion stats. I'm doing it up because I know, contrary to a lot of other quote-unquote spiritual people, I know that these things are interrelated. That if you don't have much money at all, you don't have really much physical, environmental fulfillment. So you're really messing with yourself there. And if you're not catering to your body, you're messing with your mental stats, which messes with your overall viewpoint, overall perception on life stats. Watch yourself, watch yourself, watch yourself. It's all connected, it's all connected. So, gotta head into the job. The stats. Be real. Shove it in your face. Look at it. Be brave. Make it happen. It is massive, massive leverage. It is massive, massive benefit. Let's do this. Check out my other stuff. Check out your own stuff. Call to action. Action to call. Let's do it.